got burger juice on my bare foot.
That's disgusting.
You're vegan, you wouldn't get it.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, I'm Rosie and that's my wife Rose. Today we're going to be talking about our relationship. We're actually married, but we're just going to be talking about our relationship in general. Has YouTube affected our relationship? And I think it's quite an interesting one because as people know that some of the lesbian YouTubers have broken up. Some of the lesbian...
What?
There was also that couple who I think are called Boy versus Girl who quite famously broke up and said, oh, it's the pressure of vlogging. I checked out their channel and they're back together. Yay! Vlogging every day.
Right.
Tell me about it.
I don't do it. Personally, I think that, number one, it's quite intrusive in a sense. Yeah, you're letting people like see your life, you're sharing everything, your journey, so to speak, with your audience, which is lovely. But also, it doesn't give you a lot of time off of camera to
have sex.
Well, that's one of the things. But also to just do you.
Yeah.
Not everything needs to be interrupted, first of all, but shared. I think there needs to be a clear distinction, Rosie, between what you decide to put on the internet and also what you do in your personal time. Now, the good thing about our channel is everything that we put out there is genuinely conversations that we'd normally have off of camera.
Yeah.
But I still, even though that being said, I still don't want to have every conversation that is natural on camera. Because I feel like
there's some conversations
need to be discussed off of camera.
Yeah, I agree.
Like your breath.
When we were at VidCon on the LGBT panel, we were talking about boundaries and what you do and don't share. By the way, if you can hear noise in the background, it's the dog eating. And we said we don't really have boundaries of what we share and we don't. We never said, oh, I will discuss this and I won't discuss this.
I don't have boundaries, but that doesn't mean to say that I want to have every conversation with you on camera.
I can have a best friend, right? But if you see them every single day, you're gonna fall out, you're gonna get annoyed with each other.
Yeah.
You can't spend too much time together, even though we somehow manage to do it, but whatever. But occasionally, we don't argue, but you're gonna get a little bit pissy with someone if you see them every day. And in that sense, I think with the daily vlogging, it's like having an audience with you all the time, so I think you need a break. Yeah, one thing I will say is from doing YouTube we have built up obviously an audience, and then the audience, you guys, come across and you're on our Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram.
Really annoying.
One thing that has changed is that I used to not care about what I tweeted. I don't really care too much now, but it's very different tweeting something and a few of your friends replying, and then tweeting something to an audience. And it's quite overwhelming having so many different responses. Yeah. And like, I don't know, I guess...
Yeah, you can't be as homophobic as you'd like.
And then it's quite overwhelming to read all these different opinions, and then it makes you think, what's my opinion now? Because so many viewers said all different things, and do you think it's like weakens your personality because so many people are saying different things about you and to you on the internet?
My personality can't be touched. But in terms of that affecting our relationship, I think that sometimes if I'm arguing with someone on Twitter, which is rare but it happens, then maybe I'll be like really angry and maybe we won't have a very good day because I'll be worked up.
Another thing that I think is difficult being on the internet is because we're two women in a relationship, I think we get compared against each other, like pitted against each other.
When it's not really a comparison.
Right, whereas...
There's no contest.
I feel like if we were a man and a woman, that wouldn't happen.
No.
And for some reason, I've never been able to fathom why.
Fathom?
Yeah, fathom.
You said
fathom.
Crazy. You said fathom? What the fuck is fathom? Fathom. Wait, why can't you say TH?
I can't. I say fun.
What did you say?
Fun.
Babe, I did not marry that. That's not what I married.
Yeah, you did. Women are more than looks. We've come a long way since like the 40s when we were just like pretty housewives who baked. So it's like, why in this day and age when we're trying to be educated, we're trying to get equality, we're trying to like, really change the world. So then it's like, why are you like, that one's prettier? It's like, oh my god, we're more than looks. Like you don't want men to judge you on looks.
We're more than truth also.
What?
I can sit here and troll this conversation because I naturally like to do that.
Yeah,
Rosie has got a point.
Yeah.
Just because we're together and we're same-sex couple and we're both absolutely stunning,
it wouldn't happen if
doesn't mean that we need to be compared to each other.
Yeah.
It causes stress and pressures on my relationship. Not.
But I think we're lucky that we're somehow not too sensitive to that, because I guess it depends on personalities, but I think that could be a real pressure.
I think that if you're going to put yourself on the internet, whether it's alone or as a couple, you've got to have a slightly thicker skin than anybody else.
Yeah.
And over the years, I have developed quite thick skin. Not in like a clinical way where I need to get it treated or anything, but in a way that, you know, it's like boy flip. You say something bad to me, yeah, it might get to me a little bit, but tomorrow I'm going to forget it. Do you know what I mean? But it's harder when your main competition is your wife.
Yeah.
But only you create that.
Yeah.
Not us.
We're not in a competition with one another.
No, we already won.
Here's something that annoys me about being online, that are pressure that may affect us online.
Bandwidth.
I definitely think that if we were doing it every day, there is less time in the day. You're right, it's just, maybe it's not the audience, maybe it's not the vlogging every day, but maybe it's the equivalent of having a long-houred, high-pressure job.
There could be a problem if YouTube ever became unfun to do, because first of all, you guys would be able to tell from our videos that we weren't enjoying it.
Yeah.
And I think that would, in itself, would put pressure on our relationship, because if we didn't like what we did, but we had to do it to make money, then...
But the question is there such a word as unfun?
Of course there is.
Do you mean not fun?
Unfun.
I don't think that's a word.
Not hyphenated. Yeah, it's an English word. It's American British.
Does that mean the word un is a word? If it's not hyphenated, that means un's a word? Yeah, you're breaking the rules. You try and trick me. I'm good at English, it's the only thing I've got. Even though I can't say fathom.